Speaking of New York, there's also a crazy story we're following of a man who was reportedly dressed as a maintenance worker, reportedly crashing a New York City's Metropolitan Republican Club event and then attempted to steal a metal cash box from the lobby. Police did detain the suspect. He reportedly pulled out a knife on police as well. They arrested the man, returned the box, but it does speak to a bigger problem plaguing the Big Apple and cities, including crime. Joining us now to discuss, President of the Metropolitan Republican Club in New York City, Walsh Reilly. Ian, thanks so much for coming on today. This is wild. Tell me about what happened. You were at the event?
Yes, I was. So the event was held in support of Mark McCluskey, who is running for senator of Missouri. And he came to New York, was speaking to our members, and had a wonderful lecture. And it was during the social period afterwards that we noticed that there was a man walking around who was dressed in a maintenance uniform who we just figured probably maybe had just come in at the last minute to learn more about the candidate or enjoy the social itself, but in fact was there to rob us. And we actually went up to him, we spoke to him, we greeted him, we welcomed him. He was dressed as a maintenance person, so I asked him about being a member of the SEIU, which I am, as myself, a doorman, and he was a little confused, which was a bit of a red flag. And I walked away from him, and it was moments later that he took his opportunity to steal from our lockbox of our remittance fees.
Did you get the money back?
We did. In the end, we chased him down. We got it back, and the police returned it to us.
Well, I think the positive is when we saw the candid caption of him, the picture that we just showed, he was wearing a mask, so I guess that's good.
Well, he was also, think about it this way, crime in New York is so bad that it's gotten to the point where they're not only dressing up in costume, he had his microphone and everything. I mean, this was a true costume.
It was a plan.
Yeah.
Wow. Thankfully, it ended the way it did.
It did.
You were saying police were aware of the suspect.
That's right.
He's had a bit of a record.
Right. So what we did at the end of the day, we were able to bring to justice someone who had been serious robbing crimes in New York City. So I know me and the other two members who participated in subduing him are very thankful that we brought him to justice.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that kind of points to the rising crime subject in New York City, right?
Correct.
Which a lot of the nation is watching. Many used to love to come to New York City. Crime was a major issue back in the 70s and 80s. Right. It got under control under the Giuliani administration. And then here we are again. What we're seeing is the rise in crime and violence, et cetera. And just recently, as we know about the mass shooter there in the subway in Brooklyn, the subway station. And now you have Mayor Eric Adams calling for folks to photograph NYPD officers at those subway stops. What are your thoughts on that and that approach to handling this situation?
I can only say that I think it's really sad that Mayor Adams campaigned on certain promises he was going to make to restore order, law and order in the city. They've gone unfulfilled. The fact that now he is asking people to take pictures of the police rather than to help bring criminals to justice or help undo the hands of the cops who've been treated so poorly in the city for the last 2 years, have not been backed up the way they should have been by former Mayor de Blasio and now Mayor Adams. It's a shame. It's a shame. And it's not going to do anything to restore peace and order to New York.
Yeah, and Sean was pointing out, I mean, people came to New York for Broadway shows and the amazing food scene and just all the incredible things that New York City has to offer. Have you noticed during your time here sort of people maybe seeking out another place that could offer these, destinations?
Well, I can tell you that we've had several members of our club who have left for Florida. So yes, absolutely, and that's it's a very.
I don't
sad
mean to
thing.
laugh at it, but I mean I hear this story all the time.
All the time, and it's a sad, repetitive story, but it tells you things are not getting better.
Yeah. Always going to Florida. That's what I hear. I feel like they're going to run out of houses at some point. I mean, what do you do? But regardless, back to crime, and you mentioned Eric Adams. There's reportedly a budget proposal out there for about roughly $99 billion, which with a B, which it seems extreme for one city. And I believe it's even higher than what he proposed about 30 days ago, wanting to spend even more money. And it's highlighted at anti-guns, homelessness initiatives, hiring more corrections officers, by the way, talking about the jail system, cleaning up the streets, the parks, et cetera. But in your thoughts, how long have you been in New York? And if so, Do you think this is going to help? Is it more money that's needed? What is needed to clean this up?
I've lived in New York City my entire life, and I think the way to restore order is basically to bring back more police officers, support them, and this idea of adding social workers to come and handle crimes in New York City. We need more visible police on the streets of New York City. That's how you restore order.
And hopefully it happens sooner rather than later. Ian, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank
We
you both for
appreciate
having
the
me.
conversation. Great stuff there.
Yeah.